What's up, guys? My name is Aleene, and today we are back for another story time. And oh, I got a juicy one. We are going to be diving into the relationship I had during the lockdown of COVID. Since it was so long ago, just 5 years ago, I'm not going to remember every detail because my memory is either of a goldfish or an elephant. I can never tell which one. So if today is goldfish day, y'all are just going to take it. Ignore what's behind me. Look at how pretty I am and listen to the words I speak. This relationship was literally like so odd. Like, I want to give a preface right off the bat. Like, what I'm titling this, or like the way I'm titling it, and somehow about how he wanted to fuck his mom is like kind of fucking true. Okay, like that. Disgusting. We're gonna call him C. I met C on Bumble when I lived in Southern California. I think at the time I was staying at my best friend's house because it was in 2019 that I met him. And yeah, I was living at my best friend's house with my mom because we were homeless, and we were, that was the first time we were homeless, and well, both of us together were homeless, and we were couch surfing and staying at my friend's house until we could figure out where the fuck we could go. So I met him on Bumble, and I think I met him in like September. We matched in September of 2019. Just to paint a picture of how this guy was, he was shorter than me, plumpier than me, and just like cringier than me, but I thought at the time he was sweet and everything, so I was like, okay, whatever. Because with girls, with women, the bar is in hell. If a guy is sweet to you, like, that's all we need sometimes at that time, and at that time that was all I needed. What? What? We ended up talking for a while. I ended up moving to a small town in Nevada, like just outside of Vegas. And I lived there from like October, end of September to December. Me and my mom were staying with my mom's friend from high school in that small town in Nevada. And in December, she rented out another property to us, so we stayed in there in that same small town throughout December, just so y'all know like the layout of the timeline. And throughout those times, and while I was in Nevada, we would mostly FaceTime, call, text a lot, text every day. He would work night shifts, but he would still like talk to me all the time, and we would keep up with each other, just talk all the time. And him and I, we did not have like any similar interests. I hate to say even politically, we did not have the same interests, and that honestly is my biggest fucking regret, and one of the things I'm most shameful about. But I digress. So I did meet him in November. I did end up going back to California because my best friend at the time, her parents came to pick me up. We drove and met halfway. They came to pick me up because I had a 21 Pilots concert her and I wanted to attend because we got tickets when I was staying with her, blah, 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 blah. Actually, my mom did drive out there with me, but that is not the story time. So one day during the week, I was back in California at my bestie's house at the time. I wanted to see him really bad. I was like, oh my god, please let me see you, because I wanted to see him because like he was my boyfriend. And mind you, at this time we were like saying I love you and all that crap. Our first date, we went to the mall and we saw, like, I don't even remember what movie we saw. We saw like the dumbest movie. I think he didn't even like hold my hand or anything during the movie. He didn't kiss me, didn't do anything. We just sat there and laughed and we talked, and I looked so cute. I don't remember honestly. Oh, I think I had my green hair then actually. Anyway, so after the date, I think my friend's mom comes pick us up. That's it. There's at least one date under our belt, and then I go back to Nevada. And then after going back to Nevada, continuing talking to C this whole time, every day, blah, 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 FaceTime all the time, etc. So I tell C when me and my family decided we are going to go back to California, because when we were in the house in December, my brother and his boyfriend at the time moved in with us. So we all four found a house and went to a house back home in California. Since C lived in the same town, or like in the same area, I was like, oh my god, please come and see me. And this was like December 2019, and I got crazy sick. I was really crazy sick. I've never been that sick before. I couldn't swallow anything, couldn't eat, blah, blah, blah. It was bad. So we're driving home, blah, blah, blah. I get there, and then C comes to see me. I don't have any stuff or anything. His mom dropped him off, and they pulled up, and then he brought flowers. The mom was really wanting to make sure that I knew that she made him get the flowers. So I was just like, okay. So we hang out for a bit, but then I'm like so sick. So I have my brother just drive him home. I went and visited him for his birthday in February. And then I think I ended up moving in with him. I think like around February 14th, around Valentine's Day, because I think it was like February 10th or something I moved in. And then there are so many more signs that keep happening about him where he just really, really loves his mother. Just like the things he would do and the things he would say were just so like, ugh. I move in February around that time. His birthday is near February 14th. I think we went to Buffalo Wild Wings on Valentine's Day because he wanted to go watch sports at B-Dubs. So I'm like, okay, cool, great. That is the only Valentine I've ever had. So not that great, but I took it. I accepted what was given. And you know, he was just like, his family was just really rude to me. It was him, his little brother who was like in elementary school, the mom, his grandma, and his dad. So it was a lot of people, and then there's me, and then there's 2 dogs and a cat. So it's just like so much chaos all the time. I'm living there in February, and then I think somewhere in the middle of March, I get like really sick and I had to go to the hospital. And like, this is when COVID was like starting to like spread or whatever, or like be more announced. And I go to the hospital, like the hospital was so crazy. Like there was tents outside because they didn't want to infect other people who had COVID and all that. So it was crazy. So they did everything outside. I ended up getting admitted to the hospital for a week with pneumonia, all this shit. And like when I was on FaceTime with him when I was in the hospital, he would literally just like make fun of me. And like his family would get on FaceTime with him and just like make fun of me. Like I told him that like I was so sick, I shat myself, which I guess, I don't know, they're just like an asshole kind of family. But in my mind, my family, we respect people and their bowel issues and, you know, what their body does. We respect what a human body does, and we don't make fun of that because we know how embarrassing it can be. But the whole time they're all on FaceTime and I'm like sitting there with like the nose cannula thing because I can't fucking breathe. I'm like coughing up a storm. I have like IVs and everything. I'm in a gown. And they're just like making fun of me because I shit my pants. And I thought I could have told him in like secrecy or whatever. But they were all making fun of me. And like C was like encouraging it. And at that time I didn't stick up for myself. I did not stick up for myself. So it was really hard because I just took it in. And then when they hung up, I cried. The fucking nurse came in and they're like, bitch, why are you crying? What? They're like, this is not good for your health. I'm like, I know. And mind you, while I'm living there, it's just like creepy stuff with his mom begins to arise. Like his mom was something else, I tell ya. She was like, you could tell like that incestual relationship or something was going on. He was really big into football, and that is a very big football family. And he would just constantly slap his mom on the ass all the time. In Walmart, slap his mom on the ass. Grocery store, fucking the beach, or anything, anywhere. Sometimes he wouldn't even pay attention to me or compliment me, but he would be like, oh my god, mom, you look so stunning, you look so beautiful, that outfit makes you look so good, you look so snacked, or like whatever, like saying like how good she looks and how amazing her body looks and like all this, and then slaps her ass. And I'm like, am I not your girlfriend? Like, what's going on here? Is there some incestual bullshit going on? What's going on? And that mother was so freaky, like in a bad way, not in a fun way too. Oh my god, so she was giving me a place to stay because I had a tiff with my mom and I went to go stay with them for a while. She would hold over my head that she gives me a place to stay so I can't call CPS on how much she would beat her younger son. Oh my god, the first night I went over to visit his parents, oh my god, like I understand punishment, that poor fucking kid, but she held over my head. She's giving me a place to stay, so you don't call CPS on me for beating my son. She's a fucking crazy bitch. And then like more stuff starting to like pile on. I don't know what it is. He also didn't want to have sex with me. I was like, I like never been in a relationship with anybody for that long. And it was only like a few months, maybe like 6 months. I've never been in a relationship with somebody for that long, 6 months, and have that little sex. Like, and like when we did, it did not feel good because we were both chubby, but he was chubbier, and like that is just not a good combination. And he was like really small. I'm not size shaming, but I am kind of a size queen, and he was small. So I'm like, that doesn't do it for me. So I literally had to like whip out my fucking vibrator and fix it when I got crazy horny. Like, what in the hell? So there's that. And then him, it literally, when he would compliment his mom, it literally seemed like he would get hard for his mom. Like, I swear to God, I had to have seen something. But then again, who knows, because he was small. Anyway, so, and then like all that starts piling on. And then I start noticing he's like kissing his mom on the lips. Now, I don't know how these familial relationships go. Maybe I just hate my family, but it just seems so like, it just seems so gross to me. He would smack her ass, compliment her, and like basically get a hard on for her. Fucking kiss her on the lips, massage her feet and shoulders, give her a full body massage. Like, I don't know if I'm just jealous or what, but that does not, especially with your girlfriend in the house. Like, ask your husband's right there, bitch. Ask him. Why are you asking your sons to do this to you? Ask him. Ask your husband. So, disgusting. So she would do all that. And then I would just get so, like, uncomfortable. And mind you, this was during the lockdown, so I was locked down with them for months. That crazy kid was getting beaten a lot, and because he was at home now. They were doing online school, and she had to go work at a daycare, and the dad would just got home from work at the hospital, so it was just literally me and C to watch this fucking, and the grandma who doesn't do shit, who was also a bitch, just watch this kid. And the kid was nicer than anyone else in this family. He was just a goofy little guy. And they were all like politically different than me. I am so ashamed to say that they were Trumpies because I associated myself with them. And that is like disgusting behavior. But I did. So I lived with a bunch of Trumpies for a few months, and it was literally like hell on earth. So, and they would always make fun of me for like not being a Trumpy. They were like, oh, you liberal freak, like blah 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 blah. They would make fun of my jewelry. The fucking grandma tried to rob my purse one time in front of me because she was making fun of my bag. She was like, anybody could steal your fucking bag now. She just went up and took my wallet out of my purse. I'm like, what are you doing, you crazy old bat? Back to the sexual incestual bullshit with the mother and C. When I brought it up to him, I was just like, it rubs me the wrong way. I brought it up in a very, and not this kind of manner. I brought it up in a nicer way. When I brought it up to him, he got so mad. He literally started like yelling at me and accusing me of being jealous of his relationship with him and his mother. The woman who birthed him. You are not supposed to marry your mother. You are not supposed to fuck your mother. You are not supposed to get horny for your mother. You're not supposed to be doing all that nasty, freaky, incestual shit with your mother. But I was the jealous one. I was the problem. So we just started getting into like a lot of arguments and all that. And like, he was just, I could tell he didn't like me anymore. Towards May or June, my best friend and her family, they had planned a Big Bear trip. So they invited me. I kind of invited myself, but also I still got to go. So I went to Big Bear, was there with them for a week. The whole time while I'm at Big Bear, he doesn't text me, he doesn't care or whatever. And then like the last day, he was like telling me that his mom has a brain bleed, and like was blaming it on me. I'm like, I'm in Big Bear, it wasn't my fault. And then like that was like our last big fight that I got so over it. I was like, you know what? When I come back from Big Bear, I'm done. I'm gonna take my shit and I'm gonna go back to my mom's place. So my best friend at the time is her stepdad and her mom and her and then me all helped bring my stuff into their like minivan and moved me back to my mom's. They were so sweet. I loved my best friend's parents, not her anymore. Anyway, so there was that. And there was also this thing with C that he would post so much on Instagram. And he knew that one of the ways I feel appreciated as a girlfriend is if somebody has social media, is I like to be shown off. I like to have somebody like post me. And he had like a quality camera. I would like to be like posted. If you're taking these pictures of me, post me and show the world your love and admiration for me if you really say that. He would always go against it and never say and never do it and never like, and I was just like, this is like all, like this is how I feel like I'm loved. And he was always posting on both of his Instagrams. He had an Instagram account where he would like make graphic design edits of like the Chargers, like the football team, like their football shit. He would make edits of that, post all that on there, and then post on his main Instagram. But posting so much on his Instagram, and I'm like, okay, please post me. And he obviously didn't. But we would go, like before that, we would go to the zoo and he would take a bunch of pictures of me. Whenever we went somewhere, he would take a bunch of pictures of me. So like I didn't understand why would he take all these pictures but not post it. It was really weird. It was just such an odd situation with him. Like there is so many odd feelings. I'm stuck with this guy who wants to fuck his mom. I'm stuck with this guy who doesn't give a fuck about me. I'm stuck watching this mom beat her child. This grandma's trying to rob me. The dad's taking a nap. Oh my god, this family was chaos. And like also there was this friend that he knew from high school because all of his friends were like from high school and we would go to like a country bar in town and like I hated going so I only went the once and then they would be like, I don't know, really rude about me not going, but like I didn't like country music and I still don't, so they were just weird. But his friends were a bunch of Trumpies and they were just so like really like dumb, like really dumb people. And I'm like, all matches, you and your dumb friends. There was this one friend from high school who just like got back into the friend group of C and his friend, I'll call him D. And then I think there was it was just C and D mostly, and then D's girlfriend. I don't even fucking remember her name. And this girl, I'll call her M, I guess, whatever, she like got introduced back into the group, and then we all started hanging out. After a couple months after I broke up with C, I went to check his Instagram, even though he's blocked. I went to check because I'm a nosy bitch, okay? Wanted to see if he was miserable. You know what he did? He posted a picture of M, of like a picture of her at the beach, and he's like, this is my beautiful best friend. I love her so much. She's the goddess. She's a beautiful, I love her so much. She's my best friend. I couldn't have asked for a more beautiful best friend. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. So not me, like the whole, so he wants to fuck his mom. He accuses me of being jealous. He blames me for his mom's brain bleed. And then he refuses to post me and then calls his best friend fucking beautiful all over his feed. You are a crazy bitch, see? What the hell? I know this video is really not like in like line of everything because I just, like I said, my brain is all over the place. But this, living with this kind of family was just hell on earth. It was not a good time. I rebuke that energy. And then me and my mom moved to Kansas after 2020, and when we came back after a couple months, his mom tried to steal my stimulus check because it got sent to their house. What is wrong with this family? Why would you try to steal my stimulus check, you fucking freaks? So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a trash can emoji just so I know. But I am gonna go. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, whatever. Watch the video multiple times if you would like. I'm trying to get monetized. But yes, I am gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah!